The legend of the Pharaoh's curse has captivated imaginations for generations. Rooted in ancient Egyptian beliefs, it is said that those who disturb the tombs of the pharaohs invite misfortune, illness, or even death upon themselves. This myth gained worldwide attention in the early 20th century, particularly after the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb, when mysterious deaths among the excavation team fueled public intrigue. The curse has since become a staple in popular culture, inspiring countless books, films, and documentaries. Archaeologists continue to debate its origins and authenticity, while the allure of hidden dangers and ancient secrets remains as strong as ever. The Pharaoh's curse endures as a symbol of the mysteries that still surround Egypt's ancient civilization. Ancient Egypt was one of the world's earliest and most influential civilizations, flourishing along the banks of the Nile River for over 3,000 years. Central to Egyptian society were the pharaohs, who were regarded not only as political leaders, but also as divine intermediaries between the gods and the people. The pharaohs held immense power and were responsible for maintaining order, justice, and prosperity throughout the land. Their tomb, often grand and elaborately decorated, were constructed to ensure a successful journey to the afterlife. These burial sites, such as the iconic pyramids in the Valley of the Kings, reflected the pharaoh's status and their society's deep beliefs in immortality and the afterlife. The construction and preservation of these tombs have provided modern historians with invaluable insights into the culture, religion, and daily life of ancient Egypt. The legend of the curse associated with ancient tombs, particularly those in Egypt, has roots that stretch back centuries. Early references to such curses can be found in the writings of explorers and archaeologists who reported ominous warnings inscribed on tomb walls. These inscriptions often served as deterrents, cautioning would-be intruders against disturbing the resting places of the dead. While some warnings were poetic or symbolic, others explicitly threatened misfortune or death to those who violated the tombs. Over time, these stories were amplified by sensationalist reports and popular media, fueling the myth of a deadly curse. The combination of real tomb inscriptions and imaginative storytelling helped cement the curse legend in the public consciousness. In 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter made a groundbreaking discovery in Egypt's Valley of the Kings: the nearly intact tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun. The tomb's treasures, including the iconic golden mask, captivated the world and sparked a media sensation. As news of the discovery spread, stories began to circulate about a supposed curse associated with disturbing the pharaoh's resting place. The sudden and mysterious deaths of several people connected to the excavation fueled these rumors. Newspapers around the globe reported on the so-called Curse of the Pharaohs, blending fact with sensationalism. This fascination with the curse contributed to a surge in public interest in ancient Egypt, inspiring books, films, and ongoing speculation about the tomb's legacy. Following the discovery of the tomb, a series of unusual deaths and misfortunes began to affect those connected to the excavation. Some individuals succumbed to sudden illnesses, while others experienced accidents or unexpected setbacks. These incidents fueled rumors of a curse, with newspapers and the public speculating about supernatural retribution. Notably, Lord Carnarvon, the expedition's financial backer, died shortly after entering the tomb, intensifying the sense of mystery. Despite these stories, many experts argue that the so-called curse can be explained by natural causes, coincidence, or the hazardous conditions present at the site. Nevertheless, the legend of the tomb's curse has persisted, capturing imaginations for generations. The media played a significant role in shaping public perception of the so-called Pharaoh's curse. Following the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922, newspapers around the world published dramatic headlines and stories, often exaggerating or fabricating accounts of mysterious deaths linked to the excavation. Sensational reporting fueled widespread fascination and fear, transforming what may have been coincidental events into tales of supernatural vengeance. Journalists and authors capitalized on public intrigue, weaving myths that blurred the line between fact and fiction. This coverage not only amplified the legend of the curse, but also influenced popular culture, inspiring books, films, and ongoing speculation. As a result, the idea of the Pharaoh's curse became deeply embedded in the collective imagination, largely due to the media's persistent and dramatic storytelling. Scientific investigations into the so-called curse have offered several plausible explanations rooted in biology and chemistry. Researchers suggest that ancient tombs, sealed for centuries, can harbor harmful molds, bacteria, or toxins. When these tombs are disturbed, spores or chemical residues may be released into the air, potentially causing respiratory issues or other health problems for those present. Some molds, like Aspergillus flavus, produce toxins that can be particularly dangerous if inhaled. Additionally, the presence of heavy metals or other toxic substances in burial artifacts could contribute to illness. These scientific factors provide a rational basis for the mysterious ailments sometimes reported by those who entered ancient sites. For many individuals working in ancient tombs, the presence of curses and superstitions can have a profound psychological impact. The belief in supernatural retribution often leads to heightened anxiety and fear, especially when unexplained events occur. Workers may attribute accidents or illnesses to the power of a curse, reinforcing a sense of vulnerability. This atmosphere of unease can affect decision-making and even lead to psychosomatic symptoms, where physical ailments arise from psychological stress. Over time, persistent fear can erode morale and foster mistrust among team members. Despite advances in science, the enduring power of superstition demonstrates how deeply cultural beliefs can influence human behavior, particularly in environments shrouded in mystery and history. Beyond the well-known tale of Tutankhamun's tomb, ancient Egypt is filled with stories of mysterious curses. The tomb of Kentika-Ikeki, a 6th dynasty official, reportedly bore inscriptions warning that any desecrator would be punished by the gods. Another famous case is the curse inscribed on the tomb of Ankh-Tifi, a provincial governor, which threatened violators with divine retribution. The Pyramid of Unas also contains warnings meant to deter grave robbers. These inscriptions often invoked fear of supernatural consequences, reflecting the Egyptians' deep beliefs in the afterlife and the sanctity of burial sites. While many of these curses were likely intended as psychological deterrents, they have fueled centuries of fascination and speculation about the supernatural powers of ancient Egypt. Curses played a significant role in ancient Egyptian religion and funerary practices. They were often inscribed on tomb walls or funerary objects as a means of protecting the deceased from harm and deterring would-be tomb robbers. These curses typically invoked the wrath of deities or supernatural forces, threatening misfortune or punishment upon anyone who disturbed the resting place. The Egyptians believed that maintaining the integrity of the tomb was essential for the soul's journey in the afterlife. By employing curses, they sought to ensure that the deceased would remain undisturbed and could enjoy eternal peace. This practice reflects the deep concern Egyptians had for the afterlife and the lengths they would go to safeguard it. Modern archaeology views the so-called curse of the pharaohs as a cultural phenomenon rather than a genuine supernatural threat. Scholars now recognize that stories of curses were often fueled by sensationalist media and public fascination following high-profile discoveries like Tutankhamun's tomb. Contemporary Egyptologists focus on the historical and religious context of ancient Egyptian tomb inscriptions, understanding them as protective spells intended to deter tomb robbers, not as literal curses. Today, the idea of a curse is largely dismissed within academic circles, though it continues to capture the public imagination. Archaeologists emphasize scientific explanations for past incidents such as exposure to mold or toxins in sealed tombs. The enduring myth of the curse serves as a reminder of how archaeology can intersect with popular culture and myth-making. The enduring allure of the Pharaoh's curse lies in its blend of mystery, history, and the unknown. Stories of ancient tombs and supernatural retribution tap into our deepest curiosities about what lies beyond our understanding. This fascination reveals a broader human desire to connect with the past and to uncover secrets that have been buried for millennia. The legend of the curse not only entertains, but also serves as a reminder of the power and grandeur of ancient civilizations. Ultimately, it reflects our ongoing quest to make sense of the world's mysteries and our enduring respect for the legacies left behind by those who came before us.